You've studied for weeks. You know this stuff. And then the interviewer asks you to reverse a linked list on a whiteboard and your brain just leaves the building. That's not a knowledge problem. That's a stoicism problem. And Marcus Aurelius diagnosed it 2,000 years ago. Here's what's actually happening when imposter syndrome hits during a technical interview. You've stopped trying to demonstrate what you know. You've started trying to control what the interviewer thinks. And those are two completely different activities, one of which is completely within your control and one of which is not. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most engineers preparing for interviews obsess over the outcome. Will they like me? Will I get the offer? Will they think I'm smart enough? Every single one of those questions is focused on something outside your control. And according to Marcus, that's exactly where anxiety lives. Not in the difficulty of the problem, in the desire for an outcome you cannot guarantee. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who was literally a slave and still managed to have better mental health than most of us, made this even more direct. He divided all of existence into two categories, things up to us and things not up to us. Your preparation is up to you. Your thought process is up to you. How clearly you communicate your reasoning is up to you. Whether they hire you, whether they like your approach, whether the interviewer had a bad morning, not up to you. The moment you walk into a technical interview treating it as a performance, where the goal is to impress someone, you've already lost the Stoic game. You're now dependent on their reaction for your emotional stability, and that's a terrible place to write code from. The interview is not an audition. It's a demonstration. Those two words sound similar, but they're fundamentally different. An audition is about being chosen. A demonstration is about showing what exists. When you walk in to demonstrate, the outcome becomes almost secondary. You're not there to get the job. You're there to accurately represent your current technical capability. If they hire you, that's data. If they don't, that's also data. Maybe about the role, maybe about where your gaps are, maybe about whether this was even the right company. Marcus Aurelius ran the Roman Empire and still found time to write, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The anxiety you feel in a technical interview, that's not the enemy. That's information. It's telling you where you've attached your self-worth to an outcome. The Stoic move is to notice it, name it, and redirect your attention to the only thing you actually control. The quality of your thinking, right now, in this room, on this problem. When you get a problem you don't immediately know how to solve, instead of panicking about what the interviewer thinks, say out loud, "Let me think through what I do know about this." That single sentence shifts your focus from their reaction to your actual thought process. It's Stoic practice in real time. When you make a mistake, and you will make mistakes, everyone does. Instead of catastrophizing, try. Let me back up and look at this differently. Not an apology. Not an explanation of why you're nervous, just a calm redirect. You're demonstrating your ability to handle adversity gracefully, which, by the way, is exactly what senior engineers do. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In technical interviews, the engineer who craves the offer above all else is the poorest performer in the room. Not because they're less capable, but because their mental bandwidth is split between solving the problem and managing the outcome. The Stoic engineer is fully present, fully focused, and paradoxically, that presence is exactly what makes them more likely to get the offer anyway. So here's what I want you to take from this. Before your next technical interview, write down two lists. On the left, everything about the interview that is up to you, your preparation, your communication, your process, your honesty about what you don't know. On the right, everything that is not up to you, their decision, their mood, the specific questions they choose, the bar they've set. Look at that right column, and then consciously decide you're not going to spend a single calorie of mental energy. You are not there to get hired. You are there to demonstrate what you know. That's it. The rest is not up to you. If you want to go deeper on the Stoic framework that makes this work, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations is the place to start. I'll put an affiliate link in the description. It's one of the few books that actually changes how you think, not just what you think about. See you in the next one.